Hello, this is Eleanor.
Hello, this is Phil.
And you're listening to a dad
and his daughter figuring out ADHD
out loud. But this is an ADHD podcast by two people who've just recently discovered, well, not discovered, but what's the word? Have had diagnosed.
You've had a late diagnosis.
Confirmed, that's the word I was looking for.
Yes, diagnosed sounds too clinical.
Oh, well, but clinical's
But I suppose clinical is good, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it's just hearsay and making stuff up.
So we've had it diagnosed clinically.
So, who are you?
So who am I and who are you? No.
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Ellie, or Eleanor, if we want
Eleanor?
to be. Oh, let's not go down that route.
Eleanor.
Ellie.
Ellie.
It's fine. Let's do
Ellie.
Ellie.
That's what I call you.
That's what you call me. That's what everyone else calls me. So we'll do that.
And I'm Phil, and you don't call me that.
No, I don't call you that. I call you Dad.
You're Dad, because I am your...
Because you're our dad. It would be weird.
I am your father.
It would be weird if I called you Dad and you weren't my dad. That would be very odd.
That would be odd.
That's definitely not ADHD. That's something entirely different.
There'd be a lot of questions to be asked.
And I am 37. No.
Yes, you
37.
are. You'll be 38.
I have to count.
Do you do that thing where you give yourself your age as the next age coming?
No, I just give an age that I think I remember.
You just guess?
I guess, because I can never remember.
Okay. I always describe like I'm 62, but I'm not. I'm 62 in 2 weeks' time.
So normally I have to work out how old my husband is and count 5 years backwards because he's 5 years older.
Right, so he's also 5 years backwards.
He's also 5 years backwards, yeah. And that's how I usually work out how old I am. So if we put on the spot, I'm like, I'm 30. I know that. Don't know the next number.
Right. Anyway.
It's going to be a lot of this.
The thing is, we do both have ADHD, so the edit might be a nightmare. We will talk over each other, but that's just the way it is. Ellie, because I can't remember, when did you get diagnosed and why?
I got diagnosed... Now, it was the end of last year, I think, was the full final diagnosis. So I think around September was the official...
So 25.
So 2025 was when I had the official...
Had that sort of piece of paper, the email saying...
Yes, and a verbal through the whole process.
Through the interview, at the end of the interview, they give you that.
Yeah. And what's interesting, I should say, I have the combined ADHD. Now, that won't mean very much to anybody.
If you know about ADHD...
You'll know what that means.
Eleanor's combined, and I'm inattentive.
So this is going to be fun.
Which again, if you've got ADHD, you'll know that doesn't come as any surprise to any of your friends
within the first
or
10
relatives. And there's also what's the third one? Is hyperactive.
Hyperactivity.
So you've got a bit of both.
Yeah,
I think that's what combined means.
I think that's what I've come to conclusions with. That I've got a bit of everything when it comes to ADHD.
Yeah.
And you've just got
inattentive.
The one part. But with a bit of hyperactivity.
So I see a lot of butterflies.
Yes. Oh, look.
Oh.
Are we going to say butterflies or squirrels? I kind of like the
squirrels. Will do as well.
Yeah, either one.
Squirrels.
Or sparkly. Anyway, let's go back.
Anyway, I was asking.
You were asking, and why? I got
the why. It was the why. Okay, you get
so
processed.
Why?
You go to the doctors. There's thankfully this right to choose, or whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
And we both went down that track. But why did you even start to ask your GP or anybody about ADHD?
Okay, so then this brings up a whole different thing. I have a different thing.
Oh, different thing. Okay.
I have a condition, and you're going to ridicule me with this because I can never say it.
I'll fill in the information.
I have Noonan syndrome.
Noonans.
Or Noonans.
Noonans. Noonans.
Not a Noonan.
A Noonan syndrome is when your old nan is just worn out, tired, and you get a new nan. A Noonan syndrome.
But I have that, and again, because I was born in the 80s, it was a new thing.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't know anything about it. They just knew there's various things physically that they connected together, and then they told us you had Noonans. which has an effect on your heart, has effect
Yeah.
on your emotional development, but only by a year or so, a couple of years maybe. It has effects on your learning processes and effects on your processing of information.
So because it has an effect on the learning side of it, my GP went, oh, you need an annual learning disability review. And I was like, I'm 30 odd years old. I've never had one of these.
Something they've just decided.
Something that the GPs have gone, oh, she does need it, but I haven't had one. So that made me think, well, hang on a minute. What processes now have they got for Noonans? Because obviously when I was growing up, it was just...
Noonans?
Yes. I'm not going to keep saying it because I always say it wrong and you ridicule me every time. So it's just...
I'm sorry.
No point.
I should be a better father.
Shame on you. There was a link with my Noonans and ADHD. So then it made me think, oh, hang on. That kind of resonates. So obviously then you go down the rabbit hole of, well, what's ADHD?
Yeah.
Let's look at the signs and symptoms of ADHD. So before I even went ahead with anything, I spoke to you and my mum, and to which you said, you don't have ADHD.
Oh, we'll get to we'll do another episode entirely on people's reactions to having to other people having ADHD. We'll save it for now though.
But I think that was more because your brain went, well, you're not running around like a loon. Which obviously, disclaimer, people with ADHD don't always.
We have ADHD, so I'm going to claim our casual language. We're not technicians, and we are socially aware, and we are most of the time I can't even say it, politically
correct.
PC, and I love PC. That's fine, but we also, we chat like we chat, and everybody does so. So if we slip out with the odd thing, please, we have ADHD. So, and for me, I don't know about anybody else with it. For me, sometimes I feel like a loon.
Absolutely. So because I wasn't your kind of running like that,
you
were like, no, surely not. Surely that doesn't.
Because we have from the outside, you have a perception that ADHD, yes. I imagine a 10-year-old child, usually a boy, jumping around the classroom, not listening, being disruptive, jumping on the table, shouting at the teacher, not being able to be controlled. And it's a very stereotypical image.
Absolutely.
And you were not that. You were, as a child, were very dedicated. I remember at senior school, you used to get up out of the class with your books to avoid the disruptive people because you wanted to get on with your work.
Yes.
So you weren't ADHD in that sense.
So, but then I brought to the attention, it's like, well, hang on a minute, because obviously researching, you look into things. I said, no, my hyperactivity isn't the running around. My hyperactivity for my ADHD is the over talking.
Like you never shut up.
Like I don't shut up.
Ever.
There has been a thing between us, which I have to be called a koala.
Koala?
That's a whole thing. I have a onesie, which is shaped like a koala.
Oh, I see.
And it came about...
Why are we talking about koalas?
Because I would have a onesie, and it was my way of you telling me to basically shut up.
I don't remember a koala onesie. What?
In my adulthood, I've got a koala onesie at home that I wore.
Yeah.
And because I overtalked and I put my hood up, the whole thing is now koala, which is basically a politer way of telling me to shut up.
So we tell you to shut up, you put your hood up on your koala onesie.
Or you just shout koala at me, and it means a way of me saying be quiet without actually saying, Ellie, shut up. Because
maybe Dave does
that's
that.
probably
if we refer to Dave is Eleanor's husband.
Or Harry.
Or any other word you want to call. I won't use the words me and Joe use. Joe is I was
going to say, we're going to have to start.
Yeah, no. Joe is my long-suffering wife, and you'll hear the name Joe.
and Harry / Dave is my long-suffering
and Joe is also Eleanor's long-suffering mum. Which is probably worse. Yes, so but growing up with ADHD and me having ADHD, I can't even say it, me having ADHD but not knowing it, was really frustrating because you would never shut up.
No.
And the reason that was frustrating is because I wanted to talk.
But I didn't know you wanted to talk, so I just carried on talking. Anywho, so I decided when I was going for my learning developmental GP thing to just bring it up. And then that's when they went, yes, okay, we'll get that looked into for you. We'll get the right to choose pathway set up for you. I was sent loads of paperwork, which is great when you have ADHD and you've got to sit there and think about things.
Yeah.
So they gave me all the paperwork. And then time went on. They gave me an interview. And then within that interview, I think within half an hour, they said, yeah, you've got...
Within half an hour? So they didn't do the full hour and a half or whatever and then say, they just...
Nah. It was a 3-hour Zoom call with somebody asking me all the right questions, and it was obviously how... But she was able to give me the diagnosis the same day.
Yes, oh yeah.
I think it was within 15 minutes she was Zoom calling me back going... You have ADHD. I was like, okay. So
did you do the thing when you were doing the paperwork that you started to go, oh yeah, hold on, yeah, because they ask you questions about all the behaviour and the engagement or whatever.
It was weird because yes, I did, and then it was things like phrases that was said to me as a child. So like, oh, she was a butterfly. Now I was just like. Yeah, because I flipped from one thing to another, which I did as a child.
Yeah.
But I was just like, well, that's what kids do. They flip from... And then obviously getting the forms, you're kind of a bit like, no, a butterfly is an ADHD term, but we just didn't know back then that ADHD was a thing because it was when I was about
it's
6,
not something
7.
we would have thought of in the slightest.
No.
Again, because you were running around jumping on tables.
Yes. So... Obviously. So more things came evident as I was going through the forms, and obviously my forms, I had to get people who knew me from childhood.
Yes.
To fill in.
That'll be me.
That'll be you. That had known me. And it was very different to get things from you and Mum because it was a completely different level. But I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And obviously long time family friends as well, so it was like interesting to see what they had to say. And again, all of it wasn't. She was.
And you
never,
got to see their answers.
Yeah,
you
I could see because they had to email it me, so then I can email it on. But none of it was that I was naughty. None of it was.
No.
Her behaviour was an issue.
I think that's really interesting. If anyone's listening and they don't really they haven't really dug into ADHD and they have a great deal of experience, as we probably didn't have. External experience of, I can't remember what I'm about to say. No, it's this thing of not being naughty because that's a stereotypical image of somebody with ADHD. And what was clear throughout your childhood is you were never naughty.
No.
There was nothing.
I wasn't pulled into the head teacher's offices.
A bit, but nothing, nothing that I wouldn't expect.
So I wasn't defiant, which is a big word to use. So I was never defiant in one.
You didn't kick off, you didn't kick and scream, you didn't get
from
deeply frustrated.
From an outside somebody's point of view, I didn't act.
No, you were just weird.
I was just in my own world, doing my own things.
But that's what's fascinating. That's why I want to do this podcast, is because you were in your own world, but I think we got on so well because actually you were in my world, and there were very few other people. I mean, your mum would get really frustrated, because we'd go into this world.
We would be in our own little world, and my mum would be like, what on earth?
I think sometimes it's about fun, what on earth, and sometimes it's both of us looking at, because there's only the three of us.
Yeah.
So there were times, I think, when Joe would propose a way of being within the household. And she's the odd one out.
Yeah.
So we're the ones going, why would you want to do that?
We'll have to get her on the podcast.
We'll have to get her, interview her.
Because I'm sure there would have been times
I'll have to interview Dave.
Where she felt left out and quite
Yeah, annoyed. I'm not sure heartbroken, but certainly annoyed.
Especially because we ganged up on Mum.
Not deliberately, it's just we're weird and she's
not
very...
like in a bad... But we would find our quirky way to be joking with, and we would find it hilarious and funny, and I don't know whether Mum always did, but we'll find out, I'm sure.
But your mum's full of fun and joy and hilarious and whatever, but in a different way.
She now just rolls her eyes at both of us.
Yeah, no, she just talks
just like,
whatever.
oh, for goodness sake.
I think we've done a lot of work here, and so just before we round up this session, is you as you say, said you were going through that process. We weren't so sure. And when we filled in the paperwork, we went, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Whoa, yeah, she does do that. Whatever.
And the thing was, like, the more you went through the forms and answered the questions,
I started to suspect then about myself.
Was that when you started
just going through the forms and thinking, well, Eleanor does this, Ellen does that, Ellen does that, and in the back of my head was going, so do I. Okay, so at some point afterwards, you were diagnosed, which set you free to go, I do this and I do that and I do this,
and it's fine, and
this is fine, and this is okay, and I do this and I do that and I do that.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say,
which we'll go through at another time.
I didn't go into a
no
state of mind. I went.
It's absolutely releasing, isn't it?
It's a whole thing of like, people go and people do ask, like, but why? Why after all this time?
Because you suddenly own yourself.
You kind of go, I'm not weird. Well, I am, but there's a reason I have.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just a strange weirdo. There's a reason behind it. And that was for me.
And actually, you're not a strange weirdo, but that's how you feel.
Yes.
And actually now to be able to say, well, I can say strange weirdo, but I know that that's not the case.
Yeah. It's a happy
It's
thing.
a creative difference. It's whatever.
Absolutely.
So you started talking about all these things. I say, we'll another session, we'll talk about that. But the more you talk, the more I went, that's definitely what I do. That's definitely how I behave. That's stuff I do. Maybe I should check. And then you go, but I'm 61.
Yeah, this was
what's the
thing,
point?
is like, at what point do you go, what's
so
the
what?
point?
What's
like,
the point?
like you say, you're 61 now.
Yeah.
Did you want to, like, should I? Should I not? Like,
I just thought I was fascinated, I think.
Yeah.
I think I was just fascinated, first of all. So eventually I phoned the doctors and quite rightly they said, well, we don't do appointments, but here's the place to go to on the internet. It's all backed up. Please fill in this. No, I wasn't not frustrated because I knew the system really from what you'd said.
Yeah.
So you fill the basic forms in which say, yes, this looks like it's worth investigating. Yeah. And then you choose the path and then they send you all the stuff. You went through all this.
Yeah.
So, and I had the interview. Well, I don't know if I told you, I just burst into tears in the middle of an interview.
Oh, wow.
I was talking because you were talking about childhood, because she had to ask far more detailed questions. Because I've got nobody who knew me as a child.
Ask you questions that I wouldn't have to have answered.
Well, nobody knows.
I had you, my
nobody
mum
knew
and
me as a child,
friends.
so I had to go in quite a lot of detail about my child. And I just burst into tears as it dawned on me that the way I behaved was not bad, naughty, stupid, lazy.
And you had less, I suppose, because obviously when you were little or younger, there was even less than when I was younger in terms of medical, Well,
it wasn't even a term. It wasn't. At least when, well, maybe when you were younger, there wasn't a term.
When I was.
No, there definitely wasn't. And no, we were just lazy.
Yes.
Lazy or stupid or naughty.
Yeah.
And that's generally, I suspect, everybody of my age group who had ADHD or has ADHD in their childhood
was classed as
was lazy or stupid or naughty.
Never creative.
So they sent me the confirmation. Yes, you have it. You have it quite strongly. It's inattentive, and which is.
And what does that mean? Did they give you information on the inattentive?
I'm still exploring, though. It's sort of I feel that I know what it means because I have to live with it.
Yeah.
But there's one of the websites I was looking at had pictures of. I can't remember what the picture for combined was actually.
Oh.
It seemed to look quite normal. You were quite normal for combined. So I showed it. I showed it to your mum. I showed them one at a time. I said, "This is the picture for hyperactive," and there's some go sort of picture of somebody going.
Because that's what hyperactivity is.
And she sort of frowned at me. I went, okay. I said, this is the picture for inattentive.
Okay.
And there was somebody just lying there, just lying back on a settee with a thought bubble coming out the head. So
yeah, that's you. That. I don't even need to like.
She went, oh yes.
You described those really well. I was going to say maybe we could put them up to actually see what the.
Oh well, so we'll see if we can find them. Yeah. I don't know where they were. I'm afraid I can't remember. Because I have ADHD.
Before you started the podcast, you couldn't find your tunas behind you. So
I might have a tuna behind me.
Yeah, your tuna. Your cup of tea.
Tuna. A cup of tea? What? my cup of no. But this is the problem. This is what we'll explore. Is this me just being old? And genuinely because all sorts of things, not ADHD, but ADHD will be part of it. There's a sort of creative lunacy about both of us.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not easy to define because obviously there will be people with ADHD who have very similar ADHD traits to us who don't necessarily live in the same universe.
Yes. So I think
some
people with ADHD are very sort of, I need it this way and I need it like this. So there are people out there that need it regimented, that need everything in a certain order and a sort of path, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm there going, I'm like, no.
No,
my brain is like squirreling, like, you know, so everywhere. I want to do everything.
Now.
At once.
Right, we'll finish on this and then we'll say goodbye because, and then we'll see what else we're going to do. Seriously, this. It's like there's a phrase that says, oh, you're like a kid in a sweet shop. Meaning... You're really enjoying yourself. You're in your happy place. Oh, you're like a kid in a sweet shop.
Yes.
And there's nothing more terrifying for me as a child than being in a sweet shop.
Oh, yeah.
With a parent saying,
just choose.
Just choose whatever you wish. Choose. Now. Choose. Come on.
Come on. Did we both look at our watches?
At the same time. Just choose. Right, if you can't choose, you're not having anything.
Yeah, because your brain just goes, but I want it.
Oh! Excellent. On that note, we'll say goodbye. Thank you for listening. If this is any use, share it, however, with friends and whatever.
Please share. Please send help.
And we'll be back again. The other thing I wanted to do was say, however you're hearing this, if there's some way of responding and you want us to talk about any particular topic or subject related to ADHD, then just say, talk about driving or talk about about school or talk podcast. Whatever.
Yeah, there's lots of things that we need to touch on. No, thank you.
Thank you. No, I was saying thank you for listening, but also thank you, Eleanor, for chatting. And
no problem. Right, we'll see you all soon.
See, this is a dad and his daughter saying goodbye.
Bye.
What? Bye. Bye.
What? Who?
Music written by Benjamin Tissot, supplied by bensound.com. Free music for videos. A Dad and His Daughter podcast is a Perfect Little Gentleman production.